Hey, what up, guys? So, with I guess recent popularity of the 2-1 video I made about 4 months ago, I've been seeing a lot of people mention 2-1 farming in various random places that surprisingly I would not um see people talk about, surprisingly. So, I'm assuming it's from that video. If it is, great. I'm happy that a lot of people are finally aware of how powerful it is to cheat farm in various maps like 2-1. So I'm pretty happy about that. With that being said, I want to add probably 3 new ways for you to slightly improve your efficiency and probably speed as well for 2-1 farming that I didn't cover in my recent video. So let's get this started. The first idea I want to talk about is what I'm doing as of right now, and it's called well, back then, the old one, I used like, I said Ranger, right, or whatever. But now, I don't use Ranger anymore. I don't use any of that. I use zero limit break ships. Now, I don't have any as of right now, because I'm using one right now. But basically, I have 2 Bogues, and they're both in both fleets. And once they hit about level 33 or so, I sell them. Now, here's the interesting part right here. They're not geared at all. Most of the gear is from my main ship. Just the gun, the torpedoes, and 1 anti-air is good enough. And then whatever you want after that. The Vanguard will carry it, and you can still clear whatever you want. The backline though is level 1 when you first use it, and then once it gets level 7, once it gets to like level 30 or something, I'll go to retire, and I'll pick these 2 ships and I'll sell them, or like right before they turn to 34 efficiently. The reason why is because right when they get to level 34 or whatnot, their oil change. If you guys don't know already, common carriers pre 34 only cost 2 oil, but once they hit 34 and up, they'll cost 3 oil. Now, 1 oil per sortie may not sound like a lot, but if you're like me and you farm these maps a lot every single day, let's say do about 400, 500 sorties. That's 1 oil saved per sortie. So that's 400 to 500 oil saved right there. Now, to some people, that's not a lot, but to me, it's a lot because 400 to 500 oil saved could equate to over 2,000 and 2,500 coins right there. Enough for about 2 builds in a special pool, which is very good. So that's what I do as of right now. That's one of the things that someone told me a couple months ago that I could do, and I tried out and I loved it. I just never bothered updating my guide about it though, but that is another fun fact you can do, is just use a common carrier. You guys get Bogues a lot and Langleys, I believe, or Bogues and I forgot the other carrier name. It's some kind of common carrier. Someone can talk about it. But you get a lot of those, and when you get new ones and you get to level 30, sell off the old ones and slide new ones. And make sure, obviously, they're dormed right here. Make sure they're dormed. When they're dormed, you don't have to burn morale as fast, and you can keep farming for a very long time. Very long time. Now, the second one I want to talk about is another method a lot of people use, and it's basically the proc method. So if you guys don't know what the proc method is, or like the second fleet method is, if you have a Shinano and you have a New Jersey, what you do is you slot them in, you just toss in some random vanguards, and you go about doing a normal run with this, except you use just the first fleet. So use the first fleet. So what you do here is you have the first fleet that pushes. So let's do all enemies here. And the second fleet is on standby. And then this fleet right here will do all the farming. Now what this does, if you guys don't know, is if you use special ships like New Jersey, Tosa for battleships, if you use the battleships, and Shinano, they have a proc after about 20 seconds, I believe. Well, it depends on the ship or whatever, but roughly about 20 seconds or so. And that wave, that little barrage they do is really good at 2-1 because enemies right here are already very weak at level 11. So watch this. When the proc happens right about now, here we go, and boom. And I know obviously at this point there's 1 mob left. It shouldn't be that big of a concern, but when you get to the boss fleet or whatever, it takes out the boss fleet very fast. So you save about a few seconds. So if you're the kind of person who's in a rush that needs to farm a lot, and you don't mind having full autos are a little bit shorter. To some people, they love faster farming. You can do the Shinano and New Jersey setup. It is very, very good. So again, right here, in about maybe 5 seconds or so, we're gonna fire a barrage, and assuming I don't kill the ship. Nope, I'm not gonna kill the ship. All right, well, let's wait until we get to the boss, and then you'll see the full power of how good this setup is. So let's get to the boss right here, and watch. In about maybe 23 seconds or so, you'll see right about 237 or so. 237. So just watch here. Now this setup is good if you want to speed farm, but it also makes it so you burn one fleet very, very fast. So if you're going to do this method, make sure you have maybe 3 fleets set up in your dorm slot. So 2 carriers in the back, and then 3 vanguards, or 3 carriers in the back and 3 vanguards in the front. Makes it so you farm just a little bit faster, So initially I get about maybe I get like about 2-minute runs per clear, doing my level 1 carrier backlines and 1 level 70 vanguards. You get about 1 minute 40s here. So you save out like 20 seconds. That's not bad at all. That's actually a lot of time save. So that is very, very good. If you're into like just a little bit faster farming, you can do the proc method. Assuming you have a Shinano and you have a New Jersey, specifically New Jersey. Shinano, you don't really need her. New Jersey can take care of most of the mobs by herself. So just having one of these. If you don't have New Jersey, you can use Shinano. If you don't have Shinano, you can use New Jersey. And you have both of them, just go ahead and slot them in. But most likely New Jersey's going to kill everything, so it's not really a big deal or whatever. So that's another method you guys can do. And the last one is something I've seen a very, very few people do, but it is like a little min-maxy, which is not bad at all. And that's using Craven. Now, I use Castle and Downs, but they don't really do much because zombies aren't needed at 2-1. But they're the only like DDs I like using nowadays, because I have a lot of DDs at level 1 or 0 limit break or whatever at level 70. But I use primarily these because I love these 2 girls. I use them so much. Honestly, I probably have way over 100,000 stories on both of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But like I was saying, Craven is a good choice if you want to go ahead and 2-1 farm. Because why? Craven has a skill called Double Torpedo. And at max rank, let me just double check this real quick. Craven has a chance to do double torpedoes at a 30% proc rate. 30% proc rate. Now, why this is good is because torpedoes are very, very good at clearing 2-1. Because torpedoes, even at level 70 0 limit break, they can one-shot enemies. For the most part, your guns is not going to do that much damage. It'll probably do like maybe 2 or 3 shots to sink the enemies. But torpedoes are guaranteed to sink the enemies. So when you have a Craven, you have up to a 30% chance to proc the double torpedoes at fully max. Now, yes, it's RNG or whatever, but if you're looking for just a little bit faster improvements, you can go ahead and use Craven. You use Craven and the proc setup I was talking about with Shinano or New Jersey, and then you put Craven in the first fleet, and that'll probably speed up your farming process by a lot if you're looking for that as well. But for the most part, though, it's not that big of a difference. The biggest takeaway, though, I recommend it is selling your backline ship if you can, because you get not only you get coins back, you get oil back. You save a lot of oil in the long run, and oil equates to coins, so everyone wants coins. Keep that in mind. So, just 3 quick tips for you guys to give a little bit more ideas for 2-1 farming. Assuming you guys are already 2-1 farming, I assume most of you guys are, because that video is doing very, very well right now. But yeah, enjoy farming, guys. Enjoy stocking up on coins. We have an event coming up in about 4 days or so. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy farming, everyone.